Oh my goodness, look at this spiral staircase. 6 over meters living room ceiling height. But that's not all, because before we start this home tour, have a look at this view behind me. Welcome to D50. This is Casero Dunman, a boutique project that I think you'll love if you're a freehold property investor. Let's go. The unique feature of this penthouse is not only that it is duplex, but you get a 270 degrees orientation of the entire floor plate. You are the largest single unit in this entire boutique development of 15 units that was completed in the year 2008. We have 3 schools within a kilometers, which I think a lot of parents would love to have. Once you head out from the main gate at level 1, you turn right, about 10 minutes walk towards Dakota MRT station. That's the circular line that links you down towards Stadium. Of course, right now in East Coast, the Thompson East Coast line is already operating. And of course, you can just head down towards the Seabelt, go to Tanjong Katong MRT station, that will bring you towards downtown core. The moment you come back, your main door will end somewhere around here. So technically speaking, if you want to create a 4th bedroom, it should be flush in line with the other 2 bedrooms facing towards this direction here. So you can put in a sliding panel, 2-door wardrobe, you can walk towards here, flush in, basically a small study table over here as well if you want to. If not, this can really be just a nice single bedroom for resting. They're going to have their own private balconies. And level 1 gives you 2 very good sized bedrooms over here. And then you have a full-size enclosed kitchen. You have a common bath. Just have a look at how big the common bath is. It's like, oh my goodness, this is huge, man. Huge. And of course, this was created in the year 2008. That was the era that they have bay windows. So usually they will put in like a half-height kind of storage zone, flush it across the entire bay over here so that you can have a lot of pull-out drawers over at this direction. Secondly, they will perhaps use a partial kind of format. Maybe this part will be storage, that part will be like a reading zone. They usually nowadays would like to flush the entire bay window with like cushion, utilizing it as really like a reading zone. Thirdly, they can flip over the bed, utilize this portion here as the bed head area with storage right behind on the left and right flank and at the top. The beauty is that a lot of the projects created in this era, they have a lot of windows orientation. So you have a lot of brightness coming in. It's very hard to find like a corner kind of like orientation nowadays. Now, why do somebody want to buy a boutique development is because, firstly, you might be somebody that have a top tier criteria is that you want freehold. Number 2 is that you do not want to have a lot of density. That means you don't want to stay in a project with 300, 500 and 1,000 neighbors. This will be perfect for you. 15 units over here. You have that freehold status. You own the largest floor plate. Your PSF, because this is less than $1,600 per square foot, is only at about $1,500 odd PSF for freehold status. New launches, usually they carry the weightage and they carry the benchmark kind of like a movement in the entire enclave. Emerald of Katong is going to be launched very soon. Tembusu Grand doing well, 2004, 2005 PSF. Grand Dunman over there, 2005. Balanced units, some of them are popping at about 2007, 2008 for the smaller ones. The bigger 3-4 bedders, 5 bedders, they are at about 24, 25 PSF. You have Continuum, 25, 26, 27 PSF or 28 depending on the size. Of course, Continuum is the freehold. The other 2, Tembusu Grand Dunman, they are 99. But 99s are already at about 25, 26. Of course, the freehold one is at maybe 26, 27, 28. This is at about $1,500 plus per square foot for 2,518 square feet. So the overall quantum is 3.8 million. You're getting something below $4 million, bigger size, because usually to get a 4-bedder nowadays, you need a $4 million quantum or at least a high 3 quantum. So just take it as about $4 million. So if you compare that 4 million for 1,005 square feet, this is about $3.8 million for something that is almost like 80% more in terms of size because it's about 2,518 square feet. But most importantly is that your 1,005 PSF to 2,005, there's a $1,000 gap from freehold boutique to 99 years new launch. That is a safety benchmark in terms of PSF level. So in future, when all these 3 projects, once they TOP, they are going to ask for another $300-400 PSF upwards, which means that they might ask for close to $2,009 or $3,000 hours. That's going to elongate even longer in terms of disparity from your 1,500 entry price to the exit price of these new launches around you in the Dunman area. So that means that you have a $1,500 spread. You want to go up higher in terms of PSM, you want to exit at about 1,800. I think that's very possible because you're still looking cheaper compared to them in terms of PSF level. This is towards the third bedroom. Now this room, smaller in size than the one, but also very good size for a queen bed. You can create storage at the top, create a TV console at this portion as well, and of course the wardrobe is already intact, 2 doors. So we came from this huge bedroom, common bath, you can renovate, and of course you can sink in maybe about $200,000 to renovate the entire place. Now the kitchen size is fantastically huge. This is super long and it is not narrow, it is wide. You still have a private yard space for your washer cum dryer and your own refuse system. You don't have to go out and throw a refuse. This is the fridge area, and I think that the kitchen is fantastic. If I were you, if I were to buy over this apartment, I'm gonna hack down this entire L wall here, and then we'll open up this whole zone. I will re-arc the aircon upwards a little bit because this is about 6 over meters. Just bring down this entire thing, create like an open kitchen concept, put in like a center console peninsula, or you can create a half mast peninsula with glass right at the top. So that's going to look outwards towards the living dining, creating that triangular zone of hosting. It means your kitchen, your living, and your dining. Dining is going to be at that area. You can plonk in an additional alfresco dining right at the balcony with about 6-seater overlooking towards the landed enclave. Create like a full-blown 360-degree kitchen right in the middle of your home. The brightness of the entire home is going to like permeate the entire home as well. So bearing in mind that this project, as I started at the front of the home tour, is that you have 270 degrees view. The only view you don't get is towards this direction. Other than that, you're gonna have like a U-shaped kind of view of your entire apartment because you are the single largest unit. The rest of the units over here are all 1 and 2 bedrooms. That's what makes this project unique. And take note, this view ours is towards southeast direction. West direction will be towards that angle over there at the entrance zoning, so it doesn't really directly affect you. This view is going to be perpetually unblocked because all these are freehold landed properties with up to about 3.5 story. You can see that there's a new build here. You're on level 5 and level 6 upstairs. You're going to have this enjoyment of unblocked view. Now take note, there's going to be one more new land plot at the vacant army camp right across Grand Dunman. When that is going to be introduced, it's already earmarked at 3.5 plot ratio. That's going to further bring up the land plot price here depending on the bidding system. Coming back here, flooring I think is great. You can keep it, and of course very easy to overlay with vinyl, wood as well. I love this part here. This is a little bit like the Airwell of a landed property. So it has like that same Airwell feature. Of course it's not covered, it's only covered partially. You can of course cover with a transparent kind of like a material. This is a great place for you to like do your gardening. So you should like really like greenify the entire place. Now this is a place for you to put in your dining, your sofa, basically your TV console space. You have a lot of great outdoor balcony space, and I can't wait to show you level 2. Let's head up. This is the master, and I think it's really exciting. You're gonna have this great roof terrace space, and there's a bonus, which is that door behind us. That will link you to a secret roof terrace later, which I'll go and explore it together. All right. This is of course like facing inwards towards other boutique projects. They might look a little bit close, but I think that's fine because technically your bedrooms all face towards this side. Your living dining is the most important. It faces towards the landed view. So here, of course, here this can be a place that you can just put in like a lot of like outdoor furnitures as well. Just chill out here a little bit. Your master room also has like very good ceiling height, close to about 4 odd meters, I believe, as well as 2-panel wardrobe system. You can still utilize this wall for more wardrobe space as well. In fact, I will create like another wardrobe panel over here. Technically, you don't have to watch TV in your room. This entire wall, you can put in like such a huge bed fronting towards this portion as well. And there is like a bonus area here. So this is fantastic. I mean, like you have so much roof terrace space that you can play around with depending on how you want to utilize it. Put in carpet grass, let it be a place that your kids can enjoy and play. They can do their water gun. You can of course use this place for barbecue as well. You can use this place to host people. You can use this place to talk and chat. So this is the ensuite. It has a long bath, but of course change all the bathroom fittings. I would recommend to set aside a budget of about 150 to 200,000 because mainly flooring you just need to overlay. The parquet still looks good. Level 1 flooring, you can overlay, you can keep it as it is. And then as we walk downstairs, D15 is very long strip and D15 has a lot of heritage. We call this district having a lot of old money. Now the East is being upgraded with an entire bandwidth of MRT lines at Thomson East Coast Line all the way from Bayshore to MBS and Orchard Boulevard. This is fantastic. And of course, at Dakota, you already have an existing MRT station that leads you down to a stadium and then you go to a Suntec City. So it's even more fantastic as well that you have 2 parallel MRT lines running across the entire East Belt. This is really like a centralized zoning at Dunman. You're right in the middle of action because if you look forward with me, I turn left, I go towards Paya Lebar. I turn right, I go towards Marine Parade Central. I go straight, I go towards Joo Chiat. I go towards this way, I head towards Suntec City. Most importantly, it's freehold, it's big, it's huge. If you want to have a look at this, give a call to Mel C, Ellen. Numbers are right here. Of course, do check out our PropertyLimBrothers website because we have upgraded with a lot of stuff inside. So free calculators under the tools tab. You can also head towards assembly.sg. That's where our real estate school is. Main channel PropertyLimBrothers for home tour as well as PLB insights for new launches. My name is Melvin Lim, PropertyLimBrothers. As always, happy to show the place. Meantime, take care. Alright, so we're in Casero at Dunman. Then 他这边会自己 record 那个 voice 啊 Dancing, I'm going up. She's going up.
你买菜好贵。
买菜好贵，这个也要做不了。